Have you ever wondered why the rich seem to keep getting richer while the rest of us struggle to make ends meet? Is it luck, timing, or something else entirely? Well, it's none of that. The truth is, the rich play by a completely different set of rules, and those rules aren't taught in schools. In this video, we'll break down key insights from Robert Kiyosaki's powerful book, Why the Rich Are Getting Richer, and explore exactly what separates the rich from everyone else. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of how financial education holds the key to building wealth. The book, Why the Rich Are Getting Richer by Robert Kiyosaki, is a continuation of the ideas he first shared in his famous book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. If you haven't read Rich Dad, Poor Dad yet, you might want to check it out before diving into this one. Kiyosaki calls it the graduate school version of his earlier work, and it digs deeper into what he believes is the real reason why the rich keep getting wealthier: financial education. But here's the catch. It's not the kind of education you learn in school. It's the kind of education that the rich pass down to their kids, one that focuses on how to make money work for you. So, why are the rich getting richer? Let's explore the 5 key reasons Kiyosaki highlights in his book. Number 1, globalization. The first reason, according to Kiyosaki, is globalization. Have you ever noticed how so many jobs are moving overseas? It's not just by chance. The rich, who often own the factories and corporations, benefit from hiring cheaper labor in lower-wage countries. This makes their businesses more profitable, which makes them even wealthier. For example, a company in the U.S. might move its production to a country where wages are much lower. This allows the company to produce goods at a fraction of the cost, boosting profits for the owners. Meanwhile, workers in higher-wage countries are left struggling to find jobs. This widening gap between rich and poor grows because the rich are able to use globalization to their advantage. Number 2, technology.
So that's what happens is a lot of people are able to have access to things that were once only for the wealthy, but now become for the common man because the cost basis decreases as a result of technology. And so technology, as we see it, like we can create technology, but you can also have technological breakthroughs just through process in your own business. It's like, and that's where niching down and being very specific about the avatar becomes important, especially when you're starting. You can productize the service, because if you're doing everything custom, which most people when they're starting to do.
The second factor is technology. You've probably noticed how technology has replaced many jobs, from self-checkout machines at grocery stores to advanced AI systems that can handle tasks previously done by humans. Technology is moving fast. Even highly skilled professionals like doctors and lawyers are feeling the pressure of automation. While many see technology as a threat to jobs, the rich see it as an opportunity. Robots, artificial intelligence, and automation don't need paychecks, time off, or benefits. For business owners, this means they can cut costs and increase profits. The rich invest in technology, making their businesses even more efficient, while many workers are left behind, struggling to keep up in a world where jobs are disappearing. Number 3, financialization. Kiyosaki's third reason for why the rich are getting richer is financialization. This refers to the increasing power and influence of financial institutions and markets. In simple terms, it's the process of making money through complex financial strategies like derivatives, which are often hard for the average person to understand. The rich are able to use these financial tools to grow their wealth in ways that aren't accessible to most people. They don't just work for money, they make their money work for them. Through financial engineering, the rich are able to take advantage of markets and make huge profits. Meanwhile, most people are left saving money in regular bank accounts that barely keep up with inflation. Number 4, kleptocracy. The fourth reason Kiyosaki points to is kleptocracy. This term refers to a system where leaders or those in power enrich themselves at the expense of the rest. Kiyosaki argues that the global financial system has elements of kleptocracy, where the wealthy benefit from rules that keep them in power and continue to widen the gap between themselves and the average person. These wealthy individuals use financialization, with the help of governments and regulations, to make sure their wealth grows. Meanwhile, the majority are left paying higher taxes and facing fewer opportunities. The rich benefit from a system that is set up to protect their wealth. Number 5. The baby boom and bust.
I said the biggest stock market crash in the history of the world is coming. We're going down now. And then I wrote the book, Who Stole My Pension? I don't know where it is. But the baby boom generation, as you know, is in trouble. So, John, I ask you this question. What are some of the stats of my generation, the boomer generation?
They're screwed. I mean, we could start with the 401k or the pension, but let's start with the 401k that most people have, most working individuals have. At 65 years old, the average balance of a 401k is $89,000. 65-year-old, $89,000. I mean, how long is that going to last, right?
And what's inflation doing? What's the Inflation Retarded Act or something that Biden came
Reduction Act.
Retarded Act.
Finally, Kiyosaki highlights the impact of the baby boomer generation. As millions of baby boomers retire, they are taking more from the economy than they are putting in. This creates strain on social systems, and it's the younger generations, especially millennials, who are left to deal with the consequences. The baby boomers grew up in a time when the economy was growing rapidly, but today's younger generations are facing a world of automation, globalization, and financialization that makes it harder to get ahead. However, the rich are able to use these changes to their advantage, creating more wealth by leveraging technology, debt, and financial tools. Classes and income types. One of the most fascinating parts of Kiyosaki's book is how he defines the different types of income and how the rich use them to their advantage. He breaks income into 3 main categories. Ordinary income. This is the income you earn by working for money, whether it's a salary or wages. Most people, including the middle class and poor, rely on this type of income. Unfortunately, this type of income is also the most heavily taxed. Portfolio income. This is money earned from investments, such as buying stocks low and selling them high. The rich often focus on this type of income, allowing their money to grow through investments rather than working for a paycheck. Passive income. This is money that flows in without much effort, such as rent from properties or royalties from books. The rich know how to build assets that generate passive income, giving them financial freedom. The concept of phantom income.
The rich don't work for money. What the really rich work for is passive income. Whether I work or not, money comes in. Every year, my wife and I, we add more real estate. Also, we have commodity income from oil wells and things like this. This here, I won't get into, is called phantoming. It's taxes I don't pay, so it's a little bit beyond most people's minds. But let's say my tax bill is $100,000. By doing what the government wants here, the government may give me a $50,000 tax break. That means $50,000 in taxes I don't have to pay.
Kiyosaki also introduces the idea of phantom income, a type of income most people don't even know exists. This is income that comes from the strategic use of debt and taxes. For example, when a wealthy investor borrows money to buy a property, they can use that debt to generate income. Because it's borrowed money, they don't have to pay taxes on it, and they can use the property to generate more income through appreciation, amortization, and depreciation. This phantom income allows the rich to grow their wealth without paying the same high taxes that ordinary workers do. Kiyosaki explains that the rich use debt to get richer, while the poor and middle class are often afraid of debt and end up paying taxes on their hard-earned money. The velocity of money. Another key idea in the book is the concept of the velocity of money. This refers to how quickly money moves through the economy. The rich understand how to keep their money moving by constantly reinvesting in new opportunities. They don't park their money in savings accounts or long-term investments that earn little interest. Instead, they focus on acquiring assets and using those assets to generate more money. By keeping their money in motion, the rich are able to avoid taxes and create even more wealth. This is in stark contrast to the poor and middle class, who often save money or invest in retirement accounts that don't allow for the same level of flexibility. Why the poor stay poor? So why do the poor stay poor? According to Kiyosaki, It's because they don't have the financial education needed to understand how money really works. Schools teach students to work hard, get a good job, and save money. But this mindset leads to ordinary income, which is taxed at the highest rates. The rich, on the other hand, focus on acquiring assets, generating passive income, and using debt to create wealth. In conclusion, Robert Kiyosaki's book, Why the Rich Are Getting Richer, provides valuable insights into the financial strategies of the wealthy. The rich are getting richer because they understand how to leverage globalization, technology, financialization, and debt to their advantage. By focusing on portfolio and passive income and understanding the concept of phantom income, the rich are able to grow their wealth while the rest of us struggle. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Know Money. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in our next video.